Aw, but he hit you with his mace. You want to try and move one? Want to try and dodge it?
Sure. Is that a dex roll?
Yes, sir.
2.
You dodged it. You avoided 7 points of damage.
Ooh, that's nice.
And one skeleton takes one more step towards Cintin and Ran. The one that has the dislocated spine and is kind of runs into a bunk. The other one is chasing the wolf still. Cintin.
Yep.
I look down at the ground as a tear goes down my face onto the ground. I look up at the skeleton. And, okay, so there's another skeleton chasing the wolf.
There's one skeleton coming towards you two, and there's one chasing the wolf, as well as the one that fizzled. Alright, yeah, there's one chasing the wolf, there's one on fizzle, and there's the one that is dislocated, because the one that's on the ground can't get to you.
Okay, so the one that's chasing the wolf, I'm going to attempt to grab the entirety of the skeleton and throw it at the skeleton that's coming at me.
Okay, go ahead and roll your 2 d20s.
I got an 8. I got
The skeleton that is chasing after the wolf doesn't quite do what you want it to do. Instead, it erupts in a shower of bone as if someone put a stick of TNT in the middle of it. Everybody do a dex roll.
12.
16.
12.
And your wolf?
16.
So I know how to do corpse explosion now.
Fizzle Dust takes 3 points of damage. And Wolfie takes 3 points of damage. And technically there are no more skeletons that really can do much but the one that's on Fizzle Dust. And that's the one that has the arrow in the head.
Wait, what happened to the one that was walking towards me?
It's the one that ran into the bunks. So I was trying to add a 5th one in. So Ran, what's your pleasure?
Another cold shot to the remaining one's spine.
Okay.
Another 10.
Woohoo! Damage, please.
A 9 this time.
Ooh. This time you hit it with enough impact that it spins that particular spinal bone and ribs assembly backwards, and the torso falls forward. So now it's looking directly down at Fizzle Dust, which is probably a very strange place to be, having a skeleton legs right in front of you and its torso straight over you as if it was a roof of a house.
Here, bada.
You're gonna miss and hit yourself in the face.
Here's hoping I don't.
And the crowd gets anticipation.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yep.
In that case, I take my shovel and swing for the head.
Okay.
I got an 11.
Considering its location and where its head is and how you would swing at it, you hit it square in the head on the top of its head. Now do damage.
Not a 1d1.
And it's just hits it in the top of the head, and that's it.
Well, the first one was a d1 that I rolled. The second one is a damage.
Oh, you did 6. Good. So the weakened state of its spine and the complete force behind your strike completely finishes what the arrow had done and separates the torso from its hips. And thankfully you put enough impact on it that it doesn't collapse on you. So now that you're in the room and you can look around, it's besides the bunk bed you see a door to your east and a hallway to the south.
I gather my arrows.
I sit down on one of the beds and I fucking rest.
Okay. It's quite comfy. Ran and Fizzle, what would you like to do?
I inspect the quality of mace weapons.
Okay, even though that they're centuries old, they still have the same make as the elven military weapons have. Very common in this world.
How big are they?
They would be standard size for creatures that are about a foot shorter than you, so not too unmacy for you.
That means Fizzle can't wield it.
No, definitely not.
There will be very little in here that I will be able to wield. Perhaps
Hey,
there
you
are-
could-
So sure there's a gnome bed.
True, there is a gnome bed, but I doubt he has a shovel.
Do any of the beds have footlockers?
You see no footlockers.
I will wait for Sintin to rest. And say, at least arrows don't take the wind out of you.
I ignore his comment and say, shouldn't you be searching for a bow in this armory?
So, how long is Sintin gonna rest, and how long are you guys gonna hang out while he rests?
Until I have 6 points of mana.
That'll be about an hour.
That's how long I'm keeping my bed on the bed.
I'll check the room for any kind of weaponry other than the maces.
Okay, do a perception check, and since you're not in a hurry, it will take you about 15 minutes to do a thorough check.
Well, a 20. I think that means I forgot what the room looks like.
It's a room! Cool. Well, you could do it again if you want.
I got a 2 that time.
Ooh. As you're searching the room and you come across the locked door that leads out of this room, you are vaguely suspicious, just by relative distances, that this door will lead back into the golem room. And you don't find anything significant around until close to the end of the search, when you realize that the beds don't have footlockers, but they do have panels that seem to open in underneath the bunk bed.
I attempt to open the nearest one that is made for an elf.
Okay. They are not elven made. They from what you've seen and what Fizzle Dust has explained, you definitely get the impression that these are dwarven made, and you can't see any discernible ways to open them. You can just kind of tell that they're there.
And all while this is going on, this is going into Tintin's head.
Very serene for Sintin.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you go on.
Draw me like one of your French elves. Well, since he's resting, I call over Fizzle to see if he knows anything about this dwarven lockbox.
No, not resting. He's in a trance, thinking about how his fallen brothers died because you bastards didn't want to say hi.
I walk over and... Well, it seems that it's just a common lockbox. A little larger than the normal one, but yes, just looks like a normal storage container.
It is.
Well, currently our lock opener is incapacitated, so...
You open the door and you hear.
Is he making any kind of hand motions when it's all going on?
Yes, his hands are up in the sky, just kind of floating through the sky. So do you wait for me to wait?
Yeah, I'll wait for you to finish.
Fizzle, make 2 perception rolls for me while you go back to looking at your book.
12-3.
Okay. The 12 you get nothing out of, but the 3, you come to a section in the one book that has the dwarves' notes in it, and something catches your eye because it's a dwarven phrase you've never read before, and it makes no sense to you. But your basic translation of what the word is, or what the phrase is dragon, magic, edible, dwarf power.
Oh shit.
What's it say?
It's a phrase that... unusual. Most unusual. Dragon power, edible dwarf magic.
So the dwarves ate dragons and got magic.
It would appear so.
I wonder how a dragon tastes.
I'm afraid it's a little out of date by now.
Why is all the cool shit dead?
And then flipping the page, we see more notes. But the actual writing, the way that it's written, looks to you more like song than it does a story or like literature, maybe a poem or a song of some sort. And the translation is missing on this page. And Cintin thinks he's rested enough now.
Yeah. Okay, nice nap. How's it going?
I need you to open this lockbox.
Seriously? Just like wake up and all of a sudden, oh, I need to work. There's a bed on top of it. How are we gonna open it if there's a bed on top of it?
I flip over the bed.
Right, go ahead.
Not a problem. The box is attached to it and goes with it.
Holy crap. The box? What? Huh. Where's the lock?
That's a good question. Where is the lock? Why don't you look for it?
Inspect for the lock.
That's why I called you over, Fizzle.
Not the...
I know, I meant earlier when I asked him about the box.
I got a 14.
Nope. You are in the same boat as Rand. You can tell that it's definitely a storage something, but you have no idea how to open it.
I look at Ram, and I ask him if the contents of the box is important to him.
I don't know. Could be something cool in there. Maybe something valuable.
I look back at the box, and I step back and clap my hands together in the usual fashion.
And what is your attempt?
I'm going to try to unhinge whatever lock is inside of it with magic.
Okay.
Gonna learn how to lockpick with magic. Fuck yeah. 9. 4.
Your magic seems to have done something, and it seems to have been very successful, but you can't tell what it has done.
I look around the area to see.
Roll a perception check.
13.
You notice that the wood on the bed seems to have changed from a dead look to more of an alive look.
That look different to you?
I rolled a 15 perception. I don't think so.
Fizzle. 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 Fizzle.
What?
Look at that bed. And look at the other beds. See any difference?
No, now let me get back to my book.
Damn people are blind. Alright. Do one more perception. 18. I guess it didn't change.
Yeah, you think you're hallucinating.
Alright, back to lock. How much mana did I waste on that?
1.
I inspect the lockbox one more time.
Okay.
Also trying to figure out what type of material it's made out of.
Okay, it's wood. You can tell that. Roll perception.
8.
You can definitely tell that it has some elaborate opening mechanism. If you know anything about Chinese puzzle boxes, it'd be similar to something like that. Out of character is the best description.
This is a special type of lock that needs to be completely precise. If you fuck up, then it's broken.